All right, everybody, here we go. Good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for July 7th. I'm Dana Lane. Today, I'm going to give you my top 3 Major League Baseball free plays, and then we're going to finish it off by analyzing how teams do coming off of blowout wins or blowout losses in their next game. It's very interesting, the numbers that have come from that. After the show, please go to Pickdawgz.com. I'll have my premium Major League Baseball plays locked and loaded as usual. WNBA 3-pack will be up there as well. You can get all my individual plays and my 3-pack, and all of those comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. Those 3-packs, $49.99, gives you all 3 of my premium selections for just $49.99. And of course, that always comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee as well. In addition, there's only one way to get every play that I release for one low price, and that's to become an all-access member. And you can do that for the next 30 days for less than $11 a day. The next 90 days takes you right through preseason football, the beginning of preseason football, for just $10 a day, or less than $10 a day. Or better yet, jump on that annual all-access pass that gives you every play I release from now to this time next year. Takes you all the way through the NFL, college football, NHL, NBA, college basketball, of course, the rest of Major League Baseball and the start of Major League Baseball next year for one low price. Comes out to be $3.56 a day. So this is the time we're going to start building our bankroll right now. Preseason football starts in, I don't know, less than a month, and first week of August, and we are going to build that bankroll starting on Sunday. So let's roll our sleeves up. Let's get to work. Onto your free plays for Sunday. After a pretty good bounce back day on Saturday, we needed that. So good bounce back day on Saturday, but we need to follow that up, and we're going to do that on Sunday. Remember, these are probable pitchers, so please make sure that you confirm before making your wagers. We'll start things off to 1:35 Eastern Time, 9:51, 9:52 is your rotation numbers. St. Louis Cardinals against the Washington Nationals. Cardinals minus $1.25, 9 over minus 12. That seems to be the consensus number. Kyle Gibson against DJ Hers. Get on this game now because we're seeing 64% of the early money coming in on the Nationals and 68% of the total tickets, meaning, but 68% of the total tickets is on the Nationals. So we have money on one side, tickets on the other. Looks like a pros versus Joes matchup. This has only produced a very small move. We've seen this a little bit offshore, 1 or 2 cents. So it hasn't produced a massive move yet, but I do anticipate there to be some movement on this game. So make sure you get on this free play right now. Kyle Gibson, 6-3 this year, a 3.88 ERA. He's going to be making a 17th start for the Cardinals. He's trying to break a two-game losing streak, or 2-game streak where he didn't pitch very well. One was against the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the other one was against the Atlanta Braves. He was average at best in those games, gave up a total of 8 earned runs in 9 innings and allowing 9 hits. Did have some good spots, but the Pirates beat him up pretty good, and Atlanta did that as well. So he is trying to rebound off of 2 starts that probably is not a reflection of how good he is. Hurts is 1-2. A 4.67 ERA through 6 starts. Young lefty, pretty effective in his last outing against the New York Mets. Allowed just 1 earned run in 5 2/3 innings. Also just gave up 5 hits in that outing while striking out 10. So extremely effective against the New York Mets. And I've always felt like the Nats were on the verge of becoming not just competitive, but consistently competitive. And we can point to their incredible 52-37 run line record, which is almost like I don't know, it's not even close to what their win-loss record is, which is telling me they lost a lot of one-run games. So they are in these games 52-37 against the run line, plus 9.8, or check that, 9.38 units won this year for bettors. So not only are they a friend on the run line, but they've been a friend to bettors on the money line as well. Only the Guardians and the Orioles are better than the Nationals this year as far as producing a profit for bettors. So I'm going to take Washington. Again, we're getting plus money, a real nice spot for the Nationals this year. They've been great as an underdog. We'll take them plus to 112. 1:35 Eastern Time, 9:53, 9:54. Philadelphia Phillies against the Atlanta Braves. Braves minus $1.80, 8.5 minus $1.10 each way. Michael Mercado against Ronaldo Lopez. There's been some movement on this game. As much of a nickel as much as a nickel in some spots in favor of the Braves, and it appears like these books are more than happy to take Philadelphia money with professional money making impact wagers at Caesars Arizona, Interaction, Sports Interaction, and FanDuel in Iowa. So it does look like they are more than happy to be taking Philadelphia money here. Those wagers contributed to 89% of the money on the Phillies. Books are certainly, they do look like they're taking a stand in this one. And as far as the starting pitchers, Mercado's making just his second start of his Major League Baseball career. Held the Cubs to 1 earned run in 7 innings in the Phillies' 6-4 win in his first start. And Lopez's 6-2 has an incredible 1.83 ERA, has struck out 87 and 83 and 2/3 innings. And his last 10 starts, Ronaldo Lopez is 4-1 with a 2.01 ERA. That is spectacular. Should be noted that Lopez did give up 2 homers in his last start against the Giants. He did also gave up 4 walks in that game too, and just 4 in the 3rd innings. And before yesterday's game, the Phillies have cashed 6 of their last 8 meetings have cashed over, or before yesterday's games, Phillies have cashed a ton of overs. 6 of the last 8 times that these two teams have met, the over was the play there. I think they're going to get back to that, despite what happened on Saturday. I think they're going to get back to that and go over the total of 8.5 minus $1.10 in this one. And in game number 3, 7:10 Eastern Time, Boston Red Sox. This is your get-out game. Red Sox against the New York Yankees. Yankees minus $1.45. 8.5 under minus 15. Cutter Crawford against Luis Gil. Again, we see a situation where books are more than happy to see Yankee money pour in. We see 95% of the 1,800 tickets monitored so far coming in on the Yanks, but we've seen various properties move this number down, almost laying the red carpet down for New York bettors. In fact, we're getting the same with the total. We see 74% of the money now, 75% now, on the over, 78% of the tickets as well. And yet, total has moved from the juice on the total has moved from $1.15 under after opening $1.10. So we've seen books take a stand on both the side and the total in your get out game. We have seen a couple sizable wagers on the Red Sox. One was at Sports Interaction, one was at Bet365 in Jersey, and that's pretty interesting too, because when Sports Interaction, we'll take them for an example, has been a trigger site for a consensus line move. The players are just 245 and 271 minus 54.3 units this year. That tells me to run away from where when we see a steam move, to definitely run away from that. As far as the starting pitchers are concerned, Crawford's 4-7, 3.47 ERA, coming off a really good outing against the Marlins. But again, the Marlins, he allowed just 1 earned run in 6 innings against the Fish, and Boston won that game 8-3. But if we take a look at his recent 5 outings, which to me gives me recent form, and that's really what I tell, or how I tell what a pitcher is doing. Some people prefer 3. I like 5. We'll use 5 in this example. Sox are just 2-3 when in those 5 starts, and we have seen Crawford's ERA jump just a little bit to 3.86. It's getting a little bit high for me. In Crawford's last 17 starts, Boston has scored 3 or less runs 11 times. Hill has struggled of late, as we know, but was really good early on, and I really would like to see him get back to that. I still believe in him, and I'm going to take the Yankees minus $1.45 here. Okay, before we close the show out, let's take a look at how teams perform before and after big wins, and I'm going to use 4 runs as kind of my barometer. You win by 4, lose by 4. That to me is a big loss. You could say it's not, you could say 5 or 6 or whatever. That's fine. 4 is what I'm going to use. So here are the numbers. After losses, a team after a loss of 4 a loss of 4 runs or more. Favorites in 2024 are 115 and 97, minus 17.3 units. Underdogs are 132 and 173, plus 3.22 units. See, once again, we can't just get a straight trend where the wins and losses gives us a profitable result here. It always has to be some little bit of an issue there. But yeah, again, we can't just go with the favorites, even though they're 18 games over 500, because they've produced just about over 17 units lost. Home teams, after losses of 4 runs or more, are 135 and 132, minus 10.32 units. Road teams, 111 and 137, minus 3.91 units there. Now, if we get into specific teams, Washington, after a loss of 4 or more. These are all after a loss of 4 or more. Washington, after a loss of 4 or more, is 10 and 8 in their next game, plus 7.00 units. That's a lot of plus money there. Cleveland, 9 and 2, plus 5.64 units, and Kansas City, 10 and 5, plus 4.85 units. Now, the worst teams, after coming off a 4-run loss or more: Cincinnati, 5 and 12, 6.61 units lost. Colorado, 8 and 19, 6.09 units lost. And Milwaukee, surprising, 2 and 6, minus 4.36 units lost. Now, we'll go to the winning side. Teams these are all 1 by 4 or more. What do they do in the next game? Well, favorites, 187 and 132. That's 55 games over 500. Still not good enough to produce a profit. A little bit under, minus 1.03. Underdogs, 88 and 110, minus 0.29. So nothing there that we can kind of sink into. Now, home teams, 142 and 113, minus 3.04. Road teams, 132 and 127. A little bit of profit here, 3.30 units won. Now, teams that have 1 by 4 or more in their next game. Here's the best teams. And why it was interesting about Milwaukee is because they are the best team coming off a win of 4 or more runs. They're 13 and 5, plus 7.20 units. Cleveland, 14 and 5, plus 7.11 units. I think people sleep on Cleveland. They've been incredible. Really, between Cleveland and Washington this year, I think people really don't understand how much profit that those teams have returned and how reliable they have been. Those two teams are followed by San Francisco, 11 and 6, plus 5.43 units. Now, the bottom 3 teams to not wager on after winning by 4 or more runs: Texas, 7 and 16, just can't get a streak together, can't find that long-term impressive run. 7 and 16 after they win by 4 or more runs in their next game, minus 10.31 units. Chicago Cubs, 5 and 10, minus 7 units, and Tampa Bay, 4 and 7, minus 4 units. If there's anything you would like me to research, please let me know. Just make a comment on the YouTube channel. I'll be more than happy to do that. It doesn't even have to be baseball. Whatever sport you need, I'll be more than happy to gather those numbers to you and put them together and give you the report the next day. That does it for Sunday's free play and handicapping tip of the day. Please go to Pickdawgz.com. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every play I release for the next 30 days, next 90 days, next year. Whatever you're comfortable doing, please make sure you do get involved on Sunday. Here's our Sunday free play recap. Washington Nationals plus $1.12. Philadelphia Atlanta over 8.5 even money, and New York Yankees minus $1.45. That does it for today's show. Thank you to everyone who continues to watch on a daily basis. Thank you for hitting that like button if you do every day. We got a ton of people that watch. Please hit the like button. It's real simple. It's free. Just helps them out a little bit. Appreciate it so much to everybody who does. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Sunday.